How to start a catering business. So welcome to YouTube's premier catering business food entrepreneurship channel dedicated to you, the up-and-coming food caterer. Now, if you're already in the catering business and you're looking for more tips and tricks and pointers, definitely hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. This is a brand new channel. We're gonna have loads of different resources for you. Now, in this video, we're gonna specifically get into the 7 different types of catering businesses and services you can offer. Believe it or not, there are 7 different catering service and businesses that you can offer your clients. I want to break down each one of them and even give you the average costs and startups per serving and give you an idea of retail pricing and everything in between. So let's dive right into it. Number one is catering for corporate orders. So corporate catering, this is a gigantic part of the catering industry. As a matter of fact, corporate catering involves providing food and beverages for business events such as meetings, conferences, and corporate parties. The service can range from breakfast buffets to full course meals and include beverages, snacks, and even desserts. Now, the average cost per serving, let's break that down. Breakfast, $10 to $25 per person. Lunch, between $15 to $30 per person. And dinner is around $20 to $50 per person. Snacks and beverages, if you look to offer those as well, it's going to be about $5 to $15 per person. Now, what are some key features of corporate catering? Menu tailored to the corporate culture and event type. Now, there's also options for boxed lunches, buffets, or even plated meals. Provision for dietary restrictions and preferences. Keep that in mind too. Pretty much in any menu that I'm about to tell you, always be aware of dietary restrictions because you want to make sure that people who come to the event, all of them can eat what you are bringing. So dietary restrictions and preferences is very important. Next up, often includes setup, serving, and cleanup services as the corporate office would have. Now, number 2. Wedding catering. So wedding catering is actually focused on providing a comprehensive dining experience for wedding guests, often including hors d'oeuvres, main courses, desserts, and beverages. Now, the style can be formal, informal, and of course, depending upon the wedding theme. So that is something that will vary by client and business. Now, the average cost for this per serving. Okay, so hors d'oeuvres between $20 to $40 per person. Your buffet is about $30 to $70 per person. A plated meal for this type of wedding catering can run between $50 to $150 per person, and beverage packages can range about $15 to $30 per person. Now, some key features: customizable menus reflecting the couple's taste and wedding theme. Of course, options for plated, a buffet style or family style service. Inclusion of wedding cake and dessert options. Coordination with the wedding planners and other vendors is something you need to keep in mind as well. A lot of times caterers are only one aspect of events such as weddings, so you want to work in coordination with others. Provision for dietary restrictions and preferences, of course. As always, that's going to be on all of these. Be aware of that. Number 3, buffet catering. Now, buffet catering actually offers a variety of dishes displayed on a long table, allowing guests to serve themselves. Now, this style is popular for events with large number of guests and provides a range of food options. Now, the average cost per serving, basic buffet is about $15 to $35 per person. If you have a deluxe buffet, that could be potentially with items that are more higher end, maybe lobsters, shrimp, seafood, and such that may cost a little bit more. That's $30 to $60 per person. Premium buffet, that's $50 to $100 per person. Now, some of the key features of a buffet catering. Wide variety of dishes, actually, including appetizers. You have a main course, some sides, and desserts. Guests can choose their preferred dishes and even their portion sizes. This actually requires less servicing staff compared to plated meal catering, and we'll get into that in just a minute, and suitable for casual or even formal events. And of course, keep in mind preferences and allergens and such for the attendees. Now, number 4, food truck catering. Now, food truck catering involves hiring a food truck to serve at an event, providing kind of a unique and casual dining experience. This style is actually popular for more outdoor events or events that are related to festivals, by the way. So the average cost per serving, now basic menu, about $10 to $20 per serving, $10 to $20 that is. Specialty menu, you want to do $20 to $40 per person. Now, key features. Now, the diverse menu options ranging from street food to even gourmet high-end dishes. Interactive and engaging food service experience. Of course, having a food truck there and serving through maybe even the window and having people come up, that's another different way to serve the food as opposed to a plated dinner, sit down. Flexibility to serve at various locations and even event types. That's actually a really big plus, because a lot of times you can put everything in the truck, drive it there, and then drive back to your commissary kitchen. Now, this is actually suitable for casual and themed events. And on the lower end, it has a tendency to cost a lot less than having a lot of staff, because a lot of the meals can be pre-made or pre-prepped and simply serve it at the event. Number 5, All right, this is Cocktail Catering. Now, Cocktail Catering provides finger foods, appetizers, if you will, and drinks for cocktail parties and receptions. Now, this style is ideal for networking events or social gatherings, preferably actually outside as well. A lot of times, yes, it can happen inside, but many of these are great for another way to use your actual food truck as well, even for catering events. Now, average cost per serving, appetizers about $15 to $30 per person. Drinks are about $10 to $25 per person. Now, key features of a cocktail catering event is that you have elegant presentation of like bite-sized appetizers, wide selection of cocktails, wines, and even non-alcoholic beverages. Focus on easy-to-eat items that allow guests to simply mingle and basically hold that small plate, if you will, of appetizers and have a drink. So it's not something overwhelming or very formal to sit down and eat. Often includes bar server and as well bartenders as well. So number 6 is plated catering. Now, plated catering actually involves serving individual meals to guests at their tables. This style is suitable for more formal events, such as make a wedding or even gala dinners. Now, the average cost per serving is basic plated meal, about $30 to $60. A deluxe plated meal, again, if you're using high-end or more expensive cuts of steak, if you've got seafood that has a tendency to cost more, lobsters, certain fish, salmon, shrimp, and such, that's $60 to about $100. Now, premium plating, that's $100 to maybe even $200 per person. Now, some key features of plated catering. Now, you want a personalized service with each guest receiving a pre-selected meal. Multiple courses include appetizers, main course, and even dessert. You also want to have an elegant presentation for this, a higher level of service because it's all plated, potentially more formal. Requires more serving staff, though, compared to a buffet-style service, and maybe even costs more due to the payroll. So keep that in mind. Number 7, dinner catering. So dinner catering can vary widely depending on the event type and the desired formality. Now, it includes services for both casual or even formal dinners. Now, the average cost per serving, casual dinner is about $20 to $40 per person. Formal dinner is about $50 to $150 per person. And now some of the key features, though, of dinner catering has customizable menus to suit the event theme and the guest's preferences. Options for potentially having plated, buffet, or family style. It can mix up a little bit different. Inclusion of multiple courses, of course, as well, including appetizers, main courses, and desserts. And the course provisions for dietary restrictions and preferences. Keep that in mind as well. Last but not least, a little touch on the food catering industry. So the food catering industry actually encompasses all various varieties of styles and services mentioned above, and in catering to the different types of events and clientele that you need. Remember, the average cost per serving varies widely, between $10 up to maybe $200 plus per person, depending on the type of catering event. Keep in mind all the key features, like diverse range of services and menus. If you're looking to get into that, have a big range of services, different menu options. Don't stick with just one. Emphasis basically needs to be put on your food quality, presentation, and service. Now, adaptability to different event size and themes and client preferences is a must. You want to focus on the customer satisfaction and repeat business. That's why you're there, because if everybody's happy with it, they're going to hire you again and again. Most companies, most corporations, by the way, have a lot of events, not just one every year. Many of them have multiple events for different reasons, and that's a good reason for you to pay attention. Now, that's pretty much the 7 types of catering services within the industry that you can offer. If you have any questions about starting your catering business, let us know down below, and check out our other food entrepreneur channels. We have tons of them here. See you on our next video.